Hello, I'm AD Hobbs, and this is my review of Battlestar Galactica, more specifically Episode 3. Yeah. Oh, but before that, a bit of trivia about the Cylons. They were originally a race of reptilian aliens called Cylons, so they were living things, but their technology got too clever and took over until there were no original Cylons left. So, what are these new killer machines that replace them? What are they called? They're called Cylons. Oh, right, okay, so technically they're not Cylons, they're killer machines that they made, but the humans still call them Cylons, yeah. And, okay, we'll start right at the beginning. We have Commander Adama talking with Colonel Ty on board the Galactica. And things are looking good for the colonial warriors. Yeah, they found a planet, a huge supply of food, and it's all for free, yeah. They do lots of gambling. They watch gymnasts, acrobats performing and stuff. Lots of hotel rooms. It's just paradise. All the food they could ever want. Yeah. Some people are getting obese. Yeah. So, nevertheless, Adama is not satisfied. He's suspicious. He thinks there's a trap. And he's suspicious for two reasons. Firstly, well, it all seems too good to be true. Yeah, what, has everyone forgotten our flight from the Cylons or running for our lives? Yeah. The second reason, he looks at the military records, and Carolon is a planet that the colonial wars didn't often go to during the times before the Holocaust of the 12 colonies. Didn't often go there, so not much is known about that planet. All he can get in the records is Baltar had a lot of dealings there. And anything that's anything to do with Baltar is bad, yeah, because they know Baltar is the one that betrayed them, yeah. And then Starbuck is cheating on Athena. Or is that cheating on Cassiopeia? Whichever way round you like to look at it, yeah. And yes, he's still in trouble. But he's an opportunist, yes. He loves gambling, loves to make lots of money. Yes, there's a very carefree, gung-ho view on life. Amazingly, the actor Dirk Benedict that played Starbuck, when he got the part, he had never seen Star Wars. So how did he know how to play the part well? Well, he explained once in an interview, he based the Starbuck character on Maverick, that was a TV show in the 60s, a very happy-go-lucky, gung-ho cowboy, you know. So yes, very happy, positive attitude about things. No matter how dangerous the odds are, he still keeps a cool face, yeah. And, oh yes, I suppose just have to say, the Ovions, we don't know this yet, but we find out later in the story, they're allies to the Cylons. And there's lots of Tylium on the planet Carolon. More Tylium than anywhere else. And Tylium, that's a very valuable fuel for powering spaceships, yeah. So that's quite impressive. Anyway, we've got a picture here of Cylons, or hunters of the human race. This is in the Battlestar Galactica Annual. And then we have, Cylons again here. Cylon warriors there. Cylon Centurions. And over here, that's an Ovion. An insectoid creature with 4 arms, 2 legs, so descended from a creature that walks about on 6 legs. Yeah, that's an Ovion. Really ugly, really creepy creatures, yeah. I remember they did creep me out when I was a kid, when I first saw the Battlestar Galactica movie. Anyway, Ovion's really creepy, really ugly looking. The Cylon Imperious leader, although they made a toy of him, we didn't see his face properly in the show, because he was deemed too scary for children. Okay, fair enough. Now, the Cylon Imperious leader, very ugly. The Ovion insect aliens, very ugly. But the thing that really creeped me out was the 3 singers. On Carolon, there are 3 singers performing on the stage. And yes, they had big afros because that was popular in the 70s. They're dancing in the 70s disco style. They have dresses like the 70s, yeah. Yes, this was clearly made in the 70s. They're not hiding that. But they're not human. They're robot women. And they have 4 eyes and 2 mouths. And that creeped the hell out of me when I was 10 years old. All these ugly mutant creatures, you know, yeah. I found them more scary than the look of the Imperious leader, yeah. But when I got over the initial shock, yes, it's made clear they're not baddies, they just sing. Or are they baddies? Because when Starbuck talks to one of them, yeah, I suppose it's quite impressive special effects, this animatronic puppet with 4 eyes that blink and 2 mouths that move. And he says, why can't I be your agent, make a lot of money? People would pay to see you perform and sing and everything. And the robot with 2 mouths says, I don't think that would be a good idea. You won't be here long enough for that. What does she mean by that, I won't be here long enough? Well, we find out a bit later on. Anyway, Commander Adama has attended a meeting with the new Council of 12, and Yuri there, the one that he doesn't trust, is there. Anyway, the other members of the council are talking about disarmament. Why don't we get rid of all our weapons? That way the Cylons will never attack us again. And Adama says, well, that's a crazy idea. Without our weapons, that's our only mean of defence, But we wouldn't be a threat to the Cylons, say the others. Cylons never kill unarmed people. They do. They do kill unarmed people. Yes, we've seen the Holocaust. It was genocide, the 12 colonies. Most of the people that were killed were all unarmed civilians. The Cylons have no qualms about killing unarmed people. And then Yuri says, but on the planet Carolon, why don't we stay there? We're given food for free by the Ovions. And, we're not a threat to the Cylon Empire here. We were a threat to them at the 12 colonies, but not here. Why don't we just stay here and live in peace? And Adama's like, no, you don't seem to understand. The Cylons want us extinct. Whether they're a threat to their power or not, they're just bloody paranoid. They'll kill us regardless, Nevertheless, the Council are talking about disarmament. Let's get rid of all our weapons. That way the Cylons won't attack us. That's a crazy plan. Nevertheless, they do have great authority, like senators, So, Adama talks to Colonel Tai in secret. The only place you can get privacy is if you wear this secret headset and you sit inside a Colonial Viper, and then Colonel Tai sits in another one. And he says, when would be the best time for Cylons to do a surprise attack? And Tai is like, well, when we're all celebrating at a big party. Exactly. It looks just like a trap. But the senators or councillors, they've ordered us, all warriors have to attend that. So Adama comes up with a solution. Only a few colonial warriors will be at that celebration. The rest will be on the planet servers of lots of colonial vipers ready to strike at any time. But all the other ones that go to the party, they will be imposters. People that are just dressed as warriors, but they're not actually warriors. Get plumbers, electricians, caterers, anything, and put those warriors on them, And that looks good in case of emergency plan. It's a good idea, Plus, Yuri, he only recognises a few colonial warriors, so he's none the wiser, Then Starbuck and Apollo, every now and again, they see warriors from their units that are not from their unit, but are wearing their unit's clothes, so they get suspicious, So they go in the lift, they sabotage the lift, or fix the lift to make it go where they want it to, go to a place inaccessible to humans. So they go to the very bottom. This is where episode 2 ended. So they're going to see what's going on, and they go down, and it's pretty horrific what they find in the lower levels. The Ovions are eating people while they're still alive. That's that. I remember at the age of 10 thinking, this is a bit much for a PG thing. And they're insectoid, yes, and the humans are trapped in like these little pods, and each pod is hexagonal, shaped like a hexagon. That's like bees have hexagons all joined together in a nest. So they're insect-like, Sometimes grown-up Ovions eat them, sometimes their babies eat them, but they're eating humans. And then Starbuck works it out. No wonder no one has ever lived to tell about this resort. That's why nobody knows anything about it. Because nobody here's long enough to leave. They're all killed. They're eaten alive, And they're in league with the Cylons. The Cylons, they want all humans dead. And if the Ovions eat them, well, that gets rid of them. See how that suits them, And the Ovions sell the Tylium that they mine to the Cylons. So yes, it was all too good to be true. The planet Carolon is a dystopia. That means a paradise with a catch, Oh yes, and it's nitpick time. That when the Starbuck and Apollo realise this, obviously they warn the people that haven't been killed yet, although they've got to save Cassiopeia first. And then they get the heck out of there. Muffet, the Daggett, does his bit. He bites one of the Ovions on the leg, like a dog, Anyway, when they get there, they say, we've got to all get the heck out of here now. Right, we've all got to leave, And Yuri objects, but when he sees the Cylons coming towards it, right, everyone run for it, everyone get the heck out of here. And they run and shoot laser guns at the same time, so And I remember when I was a kid thinking, it's so thrilling, it's so exciting, lots of shooting here, there and everywhere with the laser guns and laser rifles. When I watched it more recently, I thought, where's the laser beams? Where's the laser beams? The actors that have the laser guns, it makes like a little flashing light and the sound effects and people fall down dead or he fall down dead. Where's the laser beams coming out? It makes the sound effect but no laser beams. So they cheaped out just a bit there. Excuse me, these are laser guns. Why can't we see the laser beams coming out? No, you're not supposed to notice that because you're supposed to be paying attention to the story. And then finally, the survivors, they get away from the Cylons, and they see what they call a land ram. That's like a cool land vehicle with tank treads, yeah. And Jolly, one of the colonial warriors, has a big double-barreled laser cannon. Finally, we see some laser beams coming out like that. Okay, yeah. At last, yeah. So, laser guns, you're supposed to see the laser beams, yeah. And after that, a massive mega attack of Cylon raiders attack the Galactica. In the nick of time, a load of colonial Vipers get there and kill a lot of them. Yes, they shoot, all the raiders are destroyed. So then the Imperious leader says, well, our base ship is under attack. Let's get to the other side of Carolon. And then Starbuck and Apollo, only two of those fighters go try to attack the base ship, but it opens fire on them, and their laser beams hit the surface of Carolon. Now, if you shoot the ground with laser beams, it makes the land turn volatile and go on fire. So the two colonial Vipers get the heck out of there in the nick of time, and because the whole planet's going to explode because the Cylon base ship opened fire on the surface, and the whole thing explodes in a really dramatic climax. Wait a minute. If you shoot the ground with laser fire and it causes it all to catch on fire, if you do it with really powerful laser cannons, it will make the whole planet explode. Didn't the Cylons know that? Were they blissfully unaware of that? You know, surely that somebody should have warned them. Well, either way, we need a big bang, yes. At the end of Jaws, big explosion, big bang. At the end of Star Wars, big bang. And at the end of the Battlestar Galactica movie, big bang, a whole planet blows up. So then the two colonial Vipers, job well done, they go back to the Battlestar Galactica. They destroyed the Cylons there, but at what cost? That Tylum could have been really useful. Well, that's how determined they were to get rid of the Cylons, yeah, and getting rid of the Ovons at the same time. That is how the movie version ends. But the TV version of this, it goes on slightly longer. Yes, we find out what happened to Boltar. He's going to be given command of a base ship. And we find out the Cylon Imperious leader, there's another one just like him. So they're like on an assembly line. There's lots of machine leaders all imitating the original Imperious leader. So there's more than one of them. And the TV version doesn't really have an ending, you know. We get to meet another Cylon with two red eyes instead of one, and it ends rather abruptly. Well, it ends abruptly to make you want to see the next episode, yeah. So yes, I enjoyed episode 3, a few extra scenes here and there that weren't in the movie version. So yeah, it is enjoyable. And, well, if you're a big fan, see all the episodes. But if you're going to see any Battlestar Galactica, at least see these 3, because they're the most important episodes, and they set the scene, what it's all about, yeah. And, okay, that's enough from me. Thank you for watching. I'm Anthony Hobbs, and I'm never bored.